So, video game music. Music as an art form is really interesting to sort of think about. I mean, I'm sure you know many people who listen to many different types of music. I find it fascinating the emotions that music can sort of draw out in people. Any way you slice it, most people enjoy music. Either way, that's enough waffling from me. Yeah, I am talking about video game music. It's something I'm really passionate about ever since I started playing games. I also feel that it just elevates games to a completely different level. I mean, obviously, but when you tie it to characters, story beats, or places, it just brings out so much more in stories. I'd like to share something that mean just a lot to me personally and my reasoning as to why. Anyways, with that being said, there are spoilers for Final Fantasy XVI, Yakuza Kiwami, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Xenoblade Chronicles 1. This is one I've been dying to talk about for years. I love this title screen so much. It's just excellent. There's an otherworldly feeling to it, but it just feels so comforting. Like everything's alright in the world. Mario Galaxy was the first video game that I completed, and I'd say it's the first video game I properly invested myself into, as silly as that sounds. The track has a slight bit of melancholy to it, but I think it just weirdly makes it more calming. I think that sets the stage for the whole game. As a whole, this game has an amazing soundtrack, which is really weird to say for a Mario game. I mean, don't get me wrong, most Mario games have banger soundtracks, but the soundtrack for Mario Galaxy in specific just invokes a lot of emotion. Perhaps I'm overreaching about the game of a plumber in space, but yeah, it means a lot to me. Final Fantasy XVI is the latest game I've completed, and I'm just gonna say I did not expect to like the game so much. I mean, when it comes to RPGs, I am a massive fan of the genre. It's probably my favourite genre, but I just didn't really have any interest in Final Fantasy XVI for the longest time. I mean, in fairness, when the game got revealed and when more stuff was being shown, I did not have a PS5 at that time. Eventually, shortages sort of stopped, and I was actually able to get my hands on one. It is an amazing console, by the way. But this game just means a lot to me, honestly. The track you've been hearing is called Our Terms. It's the theme for the second Hideaway. It has a very homely feeling to it. I mean, as it should, it's Clive's home. The second Hideaway is built after the first one was destroyed. It's a home for all those who don't really have a home. The track really represents found family and the people that Clive comes to call family. The second Hideaway is just a really lovely place. The atmosphere is just amazing. It really encapsulates this summer to me, I feel. I mean, probably because I played it this summer, but it just has a nice, cozy little vibe to it. I don't really know what else to say about it. It's just a really nice track, which I really recommend listening to. Blood Feuds, Ancient and Modern. This track plays when the Vandalin gang goes to assault the Braithwaite Manor. This happens after the Braithwaites kidnap a young Jack Marston, and the gang are just willing to do anything to get him back. To me, this track represents willing. They're willing to do anything for the people you call family. And that's what the Vandalin gang do in this mission. They fight for family as a family. It's a sentiment that personally rings true to me. I think the true meaning to being a man is doing whatever you can for the people you love, as well as just doing the right thing. And this track, as well as this mission, just fully embodies that.
What is that light? Other Mechon don't have that.
Engage the Enemy is such a fantastic track. This is the moment that my favorite game of all time just captivated me into the floor. And this track has so much to do with that. It really radiates the desperation and struggles that Shulk, Ryan and Dunban were in the scene. Because apart from Dunban, the rest of them really haven't dealt with a Mechon of this magnitude. Metalface is really just this insurmountable force, and especially at this point in time, they do not have the gear or experience to take him on. The most they have is Shulk and the Monado, and Shulk, at this point, literally picked up the Monado like 5 minutes ago. He is not experienced with it in the slightest. It's ultimately this inexperience that leads to Firo's death. For me, it's Adam Howland's incredible voice acting and Engage the Enemy that just made this such an amazing scene.
I'll kill you!
This one's going to be really hard to put into words. This is another track that I found this summer. I've not actually heard it in game, but I've listened to it a ton. You have to forgive the video here, it's not related, but it's just a video of me and my bro goofing off in Minecraft. But this song is really, really fascinating to me. It's also in a sad and introspective sort of way. It's almost like it's trying to give you time to think about just life and stuff. It invokes a really just raw emotion. There's a lot to feel from this bit, whether it be sadness, fear, or just thoughtfulness. It's just truly unique. The best way I can put it is like the calm before the storm. You don't really know what's next. I find it insane that this is a track from a silly little game about placing blocks, but it means so much. We never know what's coming in the future, and sometimes it can be scary, but it can also sometimes be exciting and invigorating. And I feel that's what the next part really means. Around halfway through the song, it gets more upbeat and just happy. Sort of symbolizing that if you push through, stick with something for long enough, that maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe there's something to go on for. But maybe that's just me.